Yeah, you know, just me and this outfit that I found. And this bitching weapon that most of the random hunter enemies around here use. Let's take a look at what I found in the meantime. Mask of the Madara twins, denizens of the Forbidden Woods, likely belonging to the older of the two. The twins grew up in silent kinship with the poisonous snake. Eventually, they learned human ways and became hunters. When they discovered vermin even in their beloved snake, the younger brother is said to have murdered the older. Oh boy. So this is actually a different set, not as opposed to the, do I even still have it? I might have sold the other one. But, yeah, this is actually found here in the Hunter's Nightmare. Anyway, about the weapon. The Beast Cutter. A truck weapon wielded by the old hunters. This thick iron cleaver slices through the toughest of beast hides, and when transformed, the blade splits into sections, allowing one to lash it in the fashion of a heavy whip. This crude weapon relies on brute force, and is regrettably inelegant, suggesting that the hunts of the earliest hunters made for horrific affairs, painted in sanguine blacks and reds. Oof, how poetic. Ugh. Yeah, anyway, let us press forward. Alright, we're finally heading deeper into this, wherever the hell we are. Oop. I hear something.
Shrouded by life with steady stride, colored by blood but always clear of mind, proud unto the church. Beasts are a curse and curse is a shackle. Only ye, the true blades of the church.
You okay in there, dude? Can't get in there. This dude's just... Yeah, I get it. Alright. Oh, you know what? I might as well... Yeah, that'll help. Anyway, we got ourselves an encounter down there. Looks like a wheelchair dude and one of those church servants. Let us put our newest weapon to good use. I upgraded it to 9 for now. Cold blood, I'll take it. Hey, buddy, come forth! Come hither! Yeah? Oh, shit! Let's go in here. Otherwise, that dude's just gonna keep shooting us. Come on. Oh, shit! That worked out perfectly. Also, just full disclaimer, I completely leveled up my game. Hang on, this is a little loud. Is it? No, it should be fine. Okay, good. I completely leveled up my character. I spent some time. I went from, I believe, 96 to 110. Also, I haven't picked up this game in a while, so forgive me if I'm just slightly off my game. I'm going back through all the old footage that I've uploaded thus far. And man, there's just so much I want to talk about, and at the same time, there's a lot that I'm not doing justice to the series yet. I hope I can fix that in time. But there is going to be just a lot that I'm going to miss, simply because I chose to do certain things this playthrough. And that I could probably still explain later down the road. Gotta be careful here. I believe there's an ambush. Or I need the key for the... Oh my goodness. You are quite large, but you're like a normal woman? Fist of Gratia. Gratia? Let us check that out. And I believe it is a... Aha. A chunk of iron fitted with finger holes. The hulking hunter woman, Simple Gratia. Ever hopeless when handling hunter firearms. Preferred to knock the lights out of beasts with this hunk of iron, which incidentally caused heavy stagger. Gratia was a fearsome hunter, and to onlookers, her unrelenting pummeling appeared oddly heroic. No wonder this weapon later assumed her name. Yeah! And you know, I never did get the hang of this weapon, and it doesn't cost any Quicksilver. I mean, obviously it shouldn't, but yeah. I might even make some good use of it. Okay, so I haven't gone down one path yet, and we go up here, I believe, to proceed through the story. But let us head down here now. Ah, the atmosphere in this game. It sure is magnificent, isn't it? Oppressive, and yet beautiful. Actually, is this the way through the storyline, or... Nope, 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 nope. I think this is the way I want to go first. Hello? Ah. There's somebody in there, and he looks to be human. When he's got a bell in his hand.
Are you a hunter? Oh, that's very odd. You hear the toll of the bell?
I mean, I've heard the bell before, so technically sure. I mean, I don't hear it right now, but I guess I hear nothing, dude.
The beast you seek will not be found here. Go back to your heart, and if you have the chance, put this night behind you. Places better left untouched. Secrets better left alone. Only a forward so brazenly run.
He's clearly up to no good. Yeah. He speaks cryptically enough to know where this is going. Or maybe he's a friend. Who knows? Okay, anyway, we've checked all these doors. A lot of these doors we can't open just yet. I thought I saw something in there, but we're gonna need a key or something, or some mechanism to unlock the rest of the doors. But anyway, yeah, we haven't seen the last of that man. I hear skittering. Sounds like the skittering of rats. Oh dear. Wait, what? Doesn't this not look familiar, ladies and gents? Alright, anyway. Hey, rats. Bring it. You know, all things considered, they look kind of cute. Ooh, bloodstone chunk. Anywho, alright. I'm gonna need the big guns for this fight. I could make do with the moonlight blade, but we're gonna need some skill for this fight. That is the same speech that Vicar Amelia chants. Great One's old wisdom. There's supposed to be two of them. Oh shit. Bring it. Bring it. I want to save full health for this fight just in case. Come on, bring it. Bring it, bring it, bring it. Ow! Shit. They're gonna be a little dodgy. Shit! Ah! Oh, man. I gotta deal with you. This is gonna be a problem. This is a problem. Back off. This is a problem. Back off, back off, back off. No! Okay, okay, this is fine. Come on, bring it. Bring it! God, that chanting is really creeping me out, not gonna lie. No! Lady, shut up! And in my haste to run past these guys, I got myself killed, so there goes my blood echoes. I mean, I didn't have any, really, but still. Anywho, round 2. So there's a theory on the woman in white, at least. And that theory is that is very well the Hunter's Nightmare, Vicar Amelia. That's a possibility, anyway. It's not the same actor, and everybody's saying it's a different age, but, you know, the possibility is still there. I mean, it could be a common phrase, a common sing-song she is uttering among the church clerics, but, you know, and the vicars and all that, but she is praying in front of a similar item. We just gotta get to it. Alright. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Okay. Let's try using this weapon, actually. See if we can't make it work in a duel. Alright. We just gotta stay out of that lady's range. Fuck! Switch back to the Chikagi. This is not gonna work. Stay at full health at all times. Damn it! Whoa! Let's hit back down. We can fight. We can fight down here. Bring it, lady. Come on, bring it. Ah! No place to hide down here! Holy shit. Neither for me. Come on. Shit, she's too good at dodging. Oh, got her now! Those invincibility loops or frames are just a little ridiculous. Honestly. Come on, bring it, lady. Yeah! Got the lady in black. Give me your stuff. Give me your stuff. Madman's knowledge. Alright, now to deal with the vicar, as it were. Oh shit! And she is no slouch herself. Come on, come on. Don't back up. Okay, you know what? I'll bring you over here. I don't want to deal with the rats right now. Oh, they're kind of cute from here. Okay, come on, bring it. Bring it, bring it. You know what? I'll deal with you the old-fashioned way. Ooh, yeah, I like the reach on this thing. Oh, you're in trouble. Oh, you're in trouble. Oh, you're in trouble. Oh, shit! And you're done. Why didn't she stop chanting, though? Huh. She's supposed to keep chanting up until the moment of her death. Oh well, I must have done something. Anywho, look at this magnificent altar. You know, usual fare. And this little beast down here. Definitely tells a story, don't it? But anyway, remember... Ooh. There's a little socket in there. Remember that key we got? That eye pendant, as it were? That is correct. We line that statue's brains with eyes. Now, before we continue and discover the monstrosity that awaits us, and yes, ain't it all a monstrosity? Is there something above us? I forget. Alright, so we're heading back down here. And by the way, yes, those are two permanently killable hunters. So what we're going to have to do now What's this? A hidden secret? Laurence's skull. Yep. Possible further proof that that might have been Vicar Amelia, or at least a vicar. Who knows? Anywho. One last little secret. Because ain't secrets just fun. Well, what's this now? The church cannon? Oh, hell yeah! Can't wield it, but an oversized weapon used by the healing church. A type of cannon that fires with a curved trajectory and creates an explosion upon impact. Originally designed for use by brawny men with deteriorated brains, not for just any ordinary hunter. But the men lacked the wits to effectively operate firearms, and the weapon was quietly ushered into permanent storage. Even though we saw those, big brutes up there, those executioner dudes, up top, one of them wielding one. Alright, let's hit back. So yeah, cool little secrets, huh? You know, it's amazing that this freaking thing still works. I mean, it's supposed to work. This is an Eldritch location after all. We have established this. Okay, so we're gonna head back real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and spend some blood echoes. Not on any upgrades, mind you. I'm gonna need way more than that at this point, but, you know. Actually, I went ahead and came back here because, well, since I have it anyway, I might as well see what happens when we bring the skull back to that beast. Alright, you guessed it, folks. We're in it for a big one. Let me turn the damn hand lantern off. Hello there. And this is some post-editing added commentary, as it were, because I goofed incredibly badly. And here I am. I forgot to turn the camera back on after the boss fight. As you know, I turned the camera off. So yeah, please forgive me for this improv. Man, this is gonna be some rough commentary. Anyway, dramatic reveal. That beast embrace that the boss drop lets you transform into a beastly man, as it were, and it's aesthetically pleasing, as you can tell. It gives you a plus 15 to boost transformation, and I realized to show that off in just a sec. It does work in conjunction with one of the weapons in the game. I'm not sure I'll be able to show that off. Maybe by accessing an old file, I might be able to. But yeah, it is it's just a cool looking thing as part of the DLC. There is another transformation Carol rune you can find, Oath Memory, as it were, later down the road, and we'll get to that eventually. You know, all in due time. And here's just me screwing about. I forget that I keep forgetting that the tombstone to re-enter the Hunter's Nightmare is up here. Yeah, I forget what I was talking about, right? Like I said, this is kind of, I meant to do this for the Alien episode that I accidentally screwed up. Yeah, it's, don't mind me. Don't mind me. So we head back here to the research hall, as it were. It's named the research hall, and you'll soon learn why in just a second. It's got, well, first off, it gives you insight off the bat, which is, you know, Mondo cool, as usual. We usually assign whenever you get insight just from walking into a place, it's supposed to be like one of those moments where you go, wait a minute, why did I just get insight for this? And, oh boy, what is that over there? We got ourselves a little brain person. Yeah. Good times. And we got ourselves another one of the, yeah, by brain person I mean a deformed human with an enlarged brain. Or at least an enlarged head. I go over here for the Wandering Madness. They all provide bloodstone chunks here in the Nightmare Realm. I'm pretty sure there's some twin bloods and all that to be found here, but they're easy enough to farm back in the main game once you get to a certain point. That I think that all you get is bloodstone chunks, which is nice because there's a lot of weapons around here to that you want to upgrade. I'm even thinking of maybe upgrading a third weapon because there's a lot of cool ones later down the road. I do sort of start clinging to the Holy Moonlight Blade, as it were. Forgive me, trying to commentate while watching my own footage is kind of a weird prospect for me, but hey, you know, it's time, you know, it's a moment for me to practice, because there's going to be times I could just tell where I forget when to turn the PS camera back on so I can record my commentary again. I'm so annoyed that I forgot to turn the camera back on once more for audio, for commentary. So yeah, the water in the middle is poison. Grab a lot of, been grabbing a lot of blue elixirs. And that sort of suggests that maybe you want to play the game sort of stealthily as it were. Yeah. He just sort of repeats that, honestly. But, you know, moving on. So the only way to go is up. And, these guys, these patients, as it were, will aggro if you get too close. And they're surprisingly fast and surprisingly dangerous and just all sorts of bad. I swapped to the Holy Moonlight Blade. Like I said, I'm sort of getting attached to it, even though I fully intended for the Chikagi to be my main weapon. And the Chikagi is more or less my main weapon. This is actually a pretty decent dueling weapon. I mean, it's a little slow, but there's some awesome perks to it. I mostly like using it in the default setting. I mean, the friggin' lightsaber mode is awesome. It's absolutely cool, but I'm not as used to it. And I don't think it does a whole lot of damage compared. It does the same amount of damage, if you ask me, especially because all my stats are more or less even. So, Arcane, unless I pumped into Arcane, the secondary mode isn't all that useful to me, honestly. And I was wondering if that was a Wandering Madness around there until he stood up, and then I was like, ooh, boy. I'm also trying to remember, like I said, I'm trying to remember what I was talking about during these segments. Also, the camera, the audio commentary post-editing might be a little too loud. I apologize for that. I'll try to adjust it as it goes, but it's a little harsher on the ear. Unless I, like, sit all the way back here, which I'm just going to go ahead and do. Forgive me, I'm not going to remember when to shut up. Yeah, so I put this poor bastard out of his misery. I put all of these guys out of their misery, more or less. Oh, that guy snuck up on me pretty good. I can't hear the game audio right now, so I there is a lot of themes of the depths and the ocean and splish splash. I was taking a bath. Bum 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 bum. Spoken by these patients. Oh, and there's the first dropping of Lady Maria. The name drop, as it were. And I actually look up that guy's screen and I'm like, oh, no, I don't want none of that. Put him out of his misery, or her. I forget, is that a him or her? Again, I can't hear the game audio, so I forget if that was a male or female patient. Guess it really doesn't really matter. Climb up the ladder. I sort of start, like, wandering with that, like, I sort of commit to a route, and then I commit to a new route, and then I commit to a new route. I don't stick to one path for too long. I kind of get ADD exploring this area, but don't worry, I managed to... Oh yeah, look at this guy. This guy is extremely dangerous, and he's attacking without even knowing I'm there. You can't stagger him, and I wasn't sure if I could have staggered him or not. Some enemies you just can't stagger. Like, the lunge attack works really well against those brainsucker enemies back in the main game. And it works well against this dude during certain frames of animation. Luckily I managed to kill him. He is absolutely lethal, though. I remember that for a fact. I do get caught off guard once or twice in this episode, because there's some enemy placements I don't remember. Yeah, I decide I'm not going to head down there. It's just not worth it. Unless there's an item to come back to later. I'm going to have to, like I said, I'm going to have to admit that I'm probably not going to find everything on this Let's Play, as it were. And I'll do my best to explain, at the end game, what I missed. I am just not going to be able to do this series enough justice. I have confirmed that with myself already. Impressive architecture, I will say. This game is just nothing but full of impressive architecture. Eldritch locations notwithstanding. But this is clearly all meant to be part of the Hunter's Nightmare for a reason. The church clearly had something to do with all this if they were hiding all this shit. And, we're gonna get to the bottom of it. I keep reading all the signs. They just tell you what floor you're on and what room you're looking at. Oh yeah, here we go. I get ambushed by this lady. And holy shit, that really sucked. Again, is that a lady? I was pretty sure that was a lady. If I'm wrong, oh well. And then they almost grabbed me again right here. I panicked. I just panicked too much. I'm just not as good as this game as I boasted. I mean, I'm good. I'm proficient, but I'm not as good as I thought I'd be for this Let's Play. I am a bit rusty. I was able to solo Laurence before. Battling Laurence with Valtier was something I've never actually done until then. The only reason I'm doing that is because I really want to get through this Let's Play, and I don't have a lot of time to record. In fact, I'm cramming all this into one episode. This whole episode's going to run under just under an hour, like 54 minutes, something like that. I have yet a little bit of editing I still have to do, and we'll get to that. But anyway, yeah. So I decided, screw it, I'm going to leap over here. And somehow this hunter didn't notice me. And this hunter, that's not the hunter speaking. That is a mushy brain, a head of a patient, just sitting there right around the corner. Yep, there they are. And there's a reason I don't kill that brain thing. There's a reason, I mean, like, there's a bit of a morality as to whether I kill a patient or not. Any non-hostile patient. Some of them I just haven't killed because, yeah, whatever. And somehow I didn't get the visceral attack, but
I did kill the hunter. And there's probably something at the bottom. I did forget to come back for that later. I hope it wasn't nothing important. This game does have a good habit of, like, if you missed a key item, it will respawn in the original location. So, yeah.
Lady Maria.
More Lady Maria. Who is this Lady Maria? I wonder. If the style of commentary is awful, I do apologize, but I'm just going to have to stick with it. I'll try to... Because, again, I can't hear what I'm seeing on screen. Oh, man, I really wish I didn't friggin' leave the camera muted. I gotta be more mindful of that. I'm just... I've been frazzled lately trying to record all this stuff, but hey, man, the show must go on, as I said. Elevator shaft down there. We're not gonna... I almost did fall down there. I was like, oh, what is this freaking floor? Oh, wait, there's no floor here. This whole place is just one big... I wouldn't say a walking spoiler. And then it was at this point I noticed, are enemies just dying off screen? I'm getting blood echoes and, you know, hearing the blood echo obtaining sound. And sure enough, there are enemies that are just falling off somewhere. And then I realized, oh yeah, that's right, you gotta jump off here. And, boop, only a little bit of health loss. Although a rat follows me down or something. I forget where. It's like right here? Yeah, I was like, where did this guy come from? Because if I remember correctly, you don't run into the rats until the very top of the structure. And I'm like, oh yeah, hold on, there's a little bit outside here. Then you find this patient over here. He's not hostile. Guarding a sunflower. He does not have much to say. All the patients, like I said, like I mentioned a second ago, all the patients seem to be obsessed with, like, running water, splashing sounds, stickiness, as it were. They're all hearing something. The church was very intent on experimenting on these poor souls, probably to achieve enlightenment. They all kind of look like halfway like winter lanterns back in the main game. Oh, and there are some winter lanterns to be had in this DLC, but they're not until much later. Boom. Yeah, we got the skittering guy, and then I realized, oh yeah, the lunge attack is the best goddamn thing about this weapon, especially in the base form. The lunge attack is so good. It might as well be even better than the Ludwig's Holy Blade, because that has too much wind-up. Although it is more powerful, but you can get a lot more hits, and then I realized, oh, we're going to have more glitch foo, because why not? Some more between door foo, as I like to call it. I don't like to call it that, I'm just calling it that now. But whatever, it does the job for me, and then another one comes by in just a second. I feel like all the enemies in this game, I feel like all their aggro patterns are just a little off when I recorded this episode. Like, all the enemies are dying off screen, whether they do that eventually or not. All the enemies just seem to know, oh yeah, that's right. And so I'm going to go ahead and read this here. Give me just a sec. Old hunter garb decorated with brass trinkets. At the time, some hunters believed that certain metals would ward off beast blood. On the night of the hunt, it is no wonder, yeah, and then I realize I'm reading the same stuff. So it's just a little bit of a marginal difference in text there. And I decide, what the heck, I'm going to put it on. I was trying to figure out, wait, isn't this the same piece as the old hunter garb? And it takes me a moment to realize, no, I am wearing, in fact, wearing the new piece. I do like it. I do like the look of it, so I'm like, screw it, I'm going to wear it for a while. In a moment, I'm like, you know what, I might as well complete the ensemble and put on the hat. Although I don't put on the gauntlets, because, you know. There we go. If I sound a little tired, because I am. Whenever I record these Bloodbornes, especially at the time I have been recording them lately, I'm already a little worn out and, you know, just ready for the day to end. But, you know, editing these has been fun. Although Bloodborne in particular has been really easy to edit because of the whole, you know, the fact that I'm doing a lore let's play. I want to show off every nook and cranny if possible. Although, again, I'm missing a lot. And then I realized, oh yeah, this is the not the halfway point room necessarily, but a transitory room. Open up all the doors and unlock all the elevator pathways, and bam, you got yourself a shortcut. Good old From Software. You know a game I'd really like to go back and play, if I can possibly do it in Let's Play format somehow? Shadow Tower. Man, I didn't realize that was a From Software game. That was a PS1 game back from my day. Another really hard as balls game. Although I was more terrified than scared of the difficulty. But I would like to go back and play that just so I am on a mission to play. Maybe at least try out all the From Software games. I would like to try out Demon Souls. And then, aha! Here we go! We have this poor creature here.
Is that you, Lady Maria? No. You're someone else.
Yep. And no, I'm not Lady Maria. I am the Foul Blood Hunter, Taco. Hello. How is it going?
Please, could you do something for me? I need brain fluid. Murky, mushy brain fluid.
Murky, mushy brain fluid.
Please, I need...
She just repeats that. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go find this lady some gosh darn brain fluid. 'Cause why not? Then I decide, you know what? My weapon is probably getting... No, actually, I don't decide that yet. Coming up, though, or unless I missed it and I wasn't paying attention, my Holy Moonlight Sword starts getting really damaged. Transitory here. I was deciding at this point, do I want to head back and spend all my blood echoes? I'm not quite there yet. Because it would be a pain in the ass to have to come back and hurt all these enemies. Oh yeah, I think it's coming up. Where I finally swap weapons. And then that's why I was hitting that case earlier, because I remembered something about them being trapped with acid, and I just barely missed getting sprayed there. And I'm trying to figure out, it's like, where am I supposed to go? I'm just also like observing where all the enemies are, just so I don't get ambushed. Like, let's see, and I'm like, oh yeah, hang on, another one of these dudes.
Save me, please. I don't hear anything.
Or ladies. And I goofed here really hard. I wanted to put them out of their misery painlessly, and I ended up visceral attacking them, and it looked very painful and undignified. I apologize, patient. I apologize so hard. And then I leap off here, and then I realize, oh yeah, I've been through here before, but where does it go again? I leap off here, and there's another rat here, and I'm like, wait, how did I miss this rat? How did this rat get up here? There's something about having to move all these... This whole place is just one big puzzle. We'll have to, in the next episode, when I remember to turn my microphone back on, we have to find ourselves a method of moving all these structures around to progress any higher. It can be a bit confusing where you're supposed to go. At this point, I was trying to look for that one flip-flop, split-flop for the brain fluid, and I'm like, oh yeah, hold on, isn't that the lock shield over there on that little balcony that's just there for no good reason? Again, I think we got to move the staircases around. Another transit cut here. We got to move the staircases around in order to actually obtain it. That guy almost got the better of me right there. They are relatively easy to handle alone. That room over there is chock full of them, if I remember, which is why I refrained from going in there. That guy gets a good headbutt on me. There we go, weapon at risk, and then I'm like, okay, let's swap out the Chigagi. Okay, I didn't miss it. I just just assumed I missed it. We head back in here, where we mercy killed all those poor patients. Again, some of them I'm mercy killing, some of them I'm just leaving them alone because they don't seem to be, some of them don't seem to be entirely suffering, so, although maybe it is a question of, maybe I should put them all out. Yeah, morality is a bitch. Oh yeah, this is that one room where that one wielding that one little stand that holds up the fluids for like when you're doing blood transfusion and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Here's the flip-flop. I'm like, sorry, dude. Gotta, I went ahead and went for a pistol kill there. Got myself some murky brain fluid. We head back immediately down. Whee! I'm a regular Indiana Jones. I'm like, okay, sweet, the elevator room. So we head right back down. Give her the brain fluid. And splish splash, I was taking a bath. Boom, 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 boom. It is part of a sub quest. It's, you know, a little subplot, as it were. And it's worth it. what you get is pretty sweet.
I need...
Give her the brain fluid.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, you're terribly kind. And then, oh boy. Drinks it like she's drinking her chocolate milk through a straw.
It's wonderful.
Probably tastes like chocolate milk for all I know. I don't want to know what frickin' brain fluids taste like. Oh, that sticky sound. We get a lot of that. We get a lot of dripping and sticky sounds and...
I know.
Oh yeah, so you can't actually take her blood. I don't realize this yet. But she does offer blood. But you can only take it if you don't have any other person's blood. I believe you can have Yosefka's blood, but not Adela or Ariana's blood on you. And I'm like, okay, whose blood do I have again?
Oh,
She's talking about the sticky sound again.
I'll have you
And I'm about to check my inventory here in just a sec. This episode's just about over. At this point I was like, oh wait a minute, yeah, it's either... And I was pretty certain it's holding Adela's blood that sort of keeps you from... Oh yeah, I'm like, oh, this guy got all the way over here. I think he will aggro if you sort of piss him off. And yeah, we, episode done.